I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought? You just...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. What's going on, guys? We are back at it like a crack addict. Okay, that sounds funny. But it's the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and I'm back in the building, baby. And guys, one of my favorite things of all is wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan, hence the King Slayer. And yeah, man, so it pleases me to be able to do a wrestling podcast where we're just going to talk about the state of wrestling. We're going to talk about the comeback of the Viper, Randy Orton. We're going to talk about CM Punk. Guys, it's going to be cool. And this is cool. Let me turn on the fish tank. Sorry about that. Hold on, guys. Let me feed them real quick. But this is cool. A buddy of mine, he's going to be on here. My man, Green Eyes Dave Jimenez, the guy who gave me and gifted me the And Now Your Mama Knows knife that I put in all the videos. But he has a problem with Nia Jax. And I want to actually talk about that. So we want to bring up the state of Nia Jax. Guys, we got a lot going on. Like L.A. Knight. Yeah. Is his time? Has it come and gone because he, didn't get the big one? Guys, we got a lot to unpack. And if you guys are a fan of wrestling, Okay? If you like wrestling, then let me tell you this. Comment or join us and be on the panel. It's because it's gonna be epic. You guys know why it's gonna be epic? Because it's for one reason and one reason only. And that, my friends, is simply because I'm a cowboy. Yeah! And that's why this stream is going to be epic. And with that being said, and now your mama knows. Guys, I'm sorry. I know it's kind of cringy, silly, but dude, I get to sit at home, walk around, act stupid. I love it. Yeah. What are you looking at? But with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, you're just finding the stream. Let me move this out the way so I'll stop hitting into that. All right, let's see. Yeah. All right, that's perfect. So, guys, go to the homepage of the channel, scroll down. You'll see I do 4 live streams a week. Monday, gaming podcast. Tuesday, reality talk show. But today, we're switching it up. Wednesday is We Wrestle Wednesday, the Wrestling League. And Thursdays is just random. It just depends. You never know. This Thursday, we'll be covering the Video Game Awards at a special start time of 7 o'clock instead of 5:30. And yeah, so that's a lot with the channel. I do review. Actually, I just put out a review moments before I went live. So there's literally a review that just got put out right now. I took the time to review 4 different space heaters so I could let you guys know what's the best space heater to get, and I actually put all the links in there. So blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so do movie reviews. Check out my Godzilla -1 movie review. It's doing really good right now. There's a lot of Godzilla fans out there that's checking it out. Good stuff. So with that being said, also do vlogging so you can see my life and my wife and my kids and everything we do. My honeymoon in Mexico is on there when I'm swimming with sharks. It's all on there. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you guys grab a chair. I did feed the fish. I got the Christmas tree up. I think I'm good. So now let me say what's up to the people in the chat. Let's see, my man Jeremy's in the building, aka Energy. Said head into the wait, what? Oh man, I thought you said something else. I thought it said crematory. I was like, wait, hold on, what? Hold on. It'd be nice if I had my own live stream on. So hold on. Make sure I am live, right? Right? Okay, yeah, I am live. All right, cool. Wait, well, that sounds like right. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I am live. All right, I'm good. I'm good. We're good, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. But yeah. So Jeremy's in the building. Should be back on time. He said, and I did start early, so that was actually a while ago. Let me see. What up, all chat? Thought I was late. Nope. I ended up switching the time because I wanted us to all be able to go on. So I got Mike. Big Mike will be here today. And I know he get off at 6. So I want to set it up. So Hot Pockets in the building. I want ice cream too. Jay is back. I still want ice cream. He's laughing. Let me see. I'll be melted by the time. Well, hey, listen, man. Handle your handle. Let me see. That's okay. Want a milkshake? Ooh. Yo, what's going on? TPG. He said Roman is a champ. CM Punk and Orton aren't important. R-Truth is back. Yo, I'm loving R-Truth. I'll wait. I'll tell you guys what I'm saying. But because he's a Viper. They go. Let me see. The previous message was brought to you by Hitbox Rose. Yeah. I love it. Let me see. All right. Hashtag fish lives matter. I mean, they do, right? Hey, I feed them almost every day. Dodge Man, what's up? Dodge Man, we're in the building talking about wrestling. Do you watch wrestling, man? R-Truth is only back for more comedic role. Well, either way, part of wrestling is to be silly, and I love that silly stuff. But to bring in none other than a guy who's very close to me, this is one of the people who was in my wedding, also Hitbox Rose. But he was in my wedding, the sharpest looking groomsman with his tux, none other than Dave Green Eyes. Yo, you got a little something for him, Dave?
Oh, do I?
Let the clouds begin. Let's go. You know
Can you
what?
hear me?
I can hear you, but I might just happen to be on my phone as well. Hold up. Whoops. No, right. But where's the extra sound? Yeah. All right, hold on.
I'm gonna go get my tab. I'm gonna go to my tablet.
Okay, it's not in the background.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
get
you
my
know what it is?
tablet.
Because you have the video on at the same time. So yeah, you're gonna have to close out watching the actual video. You hear what I'm saying?
Close out the video.
Yeah, do on your phone. Yeah, see if you're playing the video in the background. Well, that one. For somehow my voice. Well, let me try this. All right, don't go yet. We'll try this. It's probably that my voice is loud. It's picking it up on your speaker. So I just plug in this. So hold on.
Now it's going through my
All right, hold
phone
I don't know.
speakers.
All right, go ahead.
It's going through my phone speakers.
Oh, that's what it is. So it's going through your phone speakers. So it's so loud that it's replaying through your phone speakers. Yeah, that's what's happening. But because it's not like you have it on Bluetooth or anything. You just got it on,
I do have a Bluetooth.
yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe you could turn it down, or
I could take my Bluetooth out, put it in the case, because it's not even sounding through my Bluetooth.
okay.
It's not going through my
testing,
phone
1, 2,
speakers
3.
or nothing. Huh?
No, I was doing a testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I still hear it.
I'm about to go get my tablet and be in the. Well, matter of fact, I just go to my house.
Okay.
It's like right there. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. All right, guys. He will be back. But when one man goes, another man comes. So bringing in the building is none other than my boy, Big Mike. Let's go!
What's good, bro? How are you?
Yo, Big Mike, what's up, man? How long has it been, baby?
It's been a while since we've been on here together, man. It's been a while, but it's good to see
Listen,
you.
I'm a little mad at you, bro.
Why is that?
Because you do all them shows I ain't watched yet. Or is it my fault that I'm not watching them yet?
It's your fault you ain't watching.
All right. That's me. All right. My bad.
Hold on. Let's get it
All right. So, guys, we got Big Mike in the building. Let me catch up with the chat. Let me see. Rose said, I love that guy, or truth. He has no clue where he be. Yo, he be killing me, man. My bad.
He's making money being a comedy, but I like that for him, though. So.
Yeah. But you sound a little,
I'm off?
little low for some reason, or muffled.
I might be on the camera instead of the mic. Hold on. Let me
Okay, yeah. That's all.
in the settings.
So LA Knight was flash in the pan. Cowboy, where's the link? Oh, yeah. I'm going to send the link to you guys in the chat. Sorry, I sent those guys the personal link because those are the guys that I was going to do the show with originally. All right, bam. If you guys want to join, there is a link. Let me see. Echo. So 1, 2, 3. Cowboy, you got a bad echo. Say that again, Mike. Dodgerman said they haven't watched wrestling in ages. I remember Stone Cold fighting Booker T. All right, guys. Well, coming in is my guy. If you like PlayStation, throw your ones up because TPG got you covered because he's that PlayStation guy, and he also like wrestling. So let's get him in here.
What's up?
Yo, TPG. What's up?
Not
Mike,
much.
this is my man TPG. It's my man Big Mike.
What's up, bro?
Not much.
And coming in, he's back at it like a crack addict. My man. Dave's like, hold on.
Yeah,
He's
slow
at it
down,
like a
slow
crack
down.
addict.
Hey man,
Slow
listen, it
down.
rhyme, man. Why you killing my
Slow
vibe?
down.
All right, so guys, we got one more that want to jump in with the fire. Let's get my man. When he put his hands up, he got so much energy. He used to be a wrestler himself, so it's good to get him in there. He might just backdrop and suplex his daughter as we're talking. Getting none other than energy. Let's go. What's up, man?
It's good to be here.
Hey, it's good to have you here, man. Are you good today? You had any crazy stuff at work or anything? Or
We had a few idiots that wanted to get dropped on their head this week, but nothing too crazy.
okay, fair enough. Good. So guys, I got a bunch of stuff I wanna talk about with you guys. Definitely if I miss anything or stuff I don't bring up, please bring it to the table. I just want to talk the state of wrestling. I just wanted to talk like what's going on in wrestling, and it kind of was cool because I thought of it, and then me and Dave and Mike got into a conversation. So let's start this off real quick. It's a little. So Dave doesn't like Nia Jax, and
Don't
Me
like
neither.
her.
let's start. Okay, fair enough. I know not everybody's gonna like her, so that's fine, right? It's entertainment. We can like who we want, but let's start this thing off with Dave. Why don't you like Nia Jax? And let's talk about it a little bit. And let me say what's up to DJ Grom. What's up, DJ Grom? Guys, he got a show tonight on Twitch. Check him out. Also, DJ Grom, I seen you stream or you had a video on YouTube. So let me know if you'll be supporting your YouTube channel because I'd like to shout it out for you. But all right, Dave. So what's up, man?
I mean, my whole problem with Nia Jax is you can see her laziness in the ring,
Okay.
and it's just like her laziness is dangerous for her opponents, because you see how she don't even try. You know what I'm saying? I saw her the match that she was having with who was it, Tegan Knox or whatever, and she when she did the side slam, she is like, where's your strength at? You so big and all this other stuff, and there's no strength. She
It's
did
not
it
so
so
much-
lazily, it was terrible.
It's not so much laziness, it's recklessness.
Well, there you go. That's coming from somebody that's been in the ring. So yeah, her recklessness is
I
crazy.
ain't never seen none of his matches. I don't trust him.
Listen,
All over YouTube.
No, I'm with you, man.
I've never been a wrestler myself, and I could tell you straight up. I mean, I've seen enough wrestling throughout my whole life, and that's lazy. We've seen big wrestlers throughout the years who were amazing. They were amazing. You got your King Kong Bundys, you got your Bam Bam Bigelows, you got your Andre the Giants and stuff like that.
Awesome Kong was a bigger female wrestler, and she was freaking amazing.
And who was it?
She made Awesome Kong. She made all of her moves look brutal, but she was as safe as they come.
I mean, there you go.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. So who don't like her, right? Whether you don't like her character or you don't like her in-ring performance, and then versus who actually like her. So
I think the only person I know that likes her is Hot Pocket. He thinks she's sexy as hell.
okay. Well, nobody said she was ugly.
I've always had a problem.
So what do you want?
I've always had a problem with her because one, she doesn't have much character to begin with, and also very important, she's very sloppy in the ring. She doesn't know how to compensate for her big size. You see her get in the ring with someone like Kairi Sane or Alexa Bliss or Liv Morgan, and you're thinking, "Good Lord, here's King Kong beating the shit out of a Barbie doll."
And Kyrie's already suffered a couple of concussions with her.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
scary.
before y'all dogpile her, let me just before y'all dogpile her, let me just slide in there a little bit. So me personally, okay, I do get that there's a side, the behind the scenes, the smart wrestlers, where everybody apparently read all the reports of who got injured. So you guys all was there. So I get it. But for the person who's just watching wrestling and I don't know what's going on, I never met Vince McMahon personally. I never actually held a report from the doctor saying that Becky Lynch's nose was crooked because Nia Jax. So just a guy watching TV. I personally like her presence. I like that she's the big girl. I like that when somebody get in the ring with her, it's like you just don't think like, oh, they're gonna beat Nia. You're like, I like that she's that woman that like any woman on a roster getting there, and you can't just say for sure they're gonna beat Nia. So I like her where she's at right now, where she's making it known like I'm gonna squash you, then I'm gonna squash you. So I personally like her gimmick right now. Now, as far as her wrestling ability, I give it. Listen, she's a bigger girl. Me, I want her to just do bigger girl stuff. Do a leg drop, slam you. I don't want her doing backflips and
She has
moonsaults.
not been on the damn
Oh,
top rope.
hold on. You can go next. So me personally, and you guys, I'm just telling you guys why I like her. But again, we gotta, as we talk today, remember there's different wrestlers. That's why they call the smart wrestlers, the people who just like remember there's different wrestlers. But Energy might know extra stuff because he was in the business. I don't know. TPG might be one of those internet guys that he screenshots everything you hear. Dave might just be like, listen, bro, I just like watching wrestling and I don't like her. So we got to remember that when someone says something, that's their lane of wrestling. I just want to throw that out there. But with that being said, I personally like her. She's never been one of my favorites, but I always liked her because she brought something different. She was that big wrestler. That's me personally. What about you, Mike? You didn't get to say anything yet.
I think that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I think that there's a lot of like background noise somewhere, but I think
Energy might be in a wrestling bingo hall or something, trying to get an audition.
I don't know if it's me. I don't have a.
Okay, I just wanted to pick on you.
Okay. I think that she fits. I think I agree with Dave as far as like I guess she has been sometimes a little careless, but they keep bringing her back. They're the experts, not us, right?
Correct.
So they keep bringing her back. They got trainers back there. They got referees. They got people. So we can't say what they don't see. We not them. Triple H has got cool with her, so that means she good stuff like that.
I don't know why she gets. I know why she keeps.
That's a good one, Mike.
She's got
I know why she
connections
keeps
to
getting
them.
brought back. I know why.
You don't got to know why. She's there. That's the point. So
It's hip your smell.
Thank you.
Say that, but
I said the same thing, Cowboy.
Stop.
Nah, they
It's
got
a bloodline.
because he ain't bringing her. If she ain't bringing in money, they'll bring her back. I don't care who her people is.
Correct.
And number one, she must be putting butts in seats some kind of way. She got to be selling some merch because she's bringing her back.
Now you got a good point.
That though, I like that she's look like we need somebody like Piper's big too, but Piper kind of soft sometimes. So I like that she's big but also intimidating.
Yeah.
Bit, you know what I mean? Because you need somebody like that because Piper would let people jump her off and boss around and stuff like that. Like you don't see that with Nia, so that's what I like about her.
Piper's also got charisma though, and like PSG said, that's one thing that on top of in-ring ability, that's one thing you need if you're going to be in the WWE is you need the charisma on the microphone, and Nia just doesn't have it for me.
Piper definitely don't have charisma on the
Like
microphone, I don't know what he's
But she has Chelsea Green with her, so that takes a lot of the focus off of Piper.
Because she's big for that.
So I actually used to watch the best I've seen Piper. I actually used to watch NXT UK, and she was a beast. But she didn't say much. But her presence was like a Goldberg or somebody like that. Her presence was in the ring. I think since she came to WWE, she has a little bit, but they want to make her a little bit more flexible. They messed her up a little bit, bringing her out as Dewdrop, I think, and then they try to give her that presence. But if you compare her to Nia on the mic, Nia for me definitely kills her.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because I feel like Nia's personality is
Nia's got a
mug. I'll beat you up. I feel like that's her character. That's her gimmick, and I think it works for her. With her size,
Anybody can do that.
No, they can't. You gotta be that size.
You gotta be that size, yeah. You gotta be believable. When Nia say, "I'm gonna smash you," then I'm like, she might just smash you, Becky. If somebody else said that, even if Piper said that, I'd be like, nah, because her character isn't built to that level.
All I can say is I hated Dewdrop when she first came in. She was doing that happy fat chick gimmick. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Beast though, but they gotta show it though. I like how they've been doing it, but now they're bringing her down a little bit. But I get it. They're making it a little silly angle with Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
But it's giving her a little bit of personality, so you can see like, okay, it's more to her than she's just the big quiet chick that'll smash you. So it's interesting. But yeah, I thought it was cool that Dave brought up Naya, and I wanted to actually see what you guys thought about it because I think it's a
Well,
cool
it
conversation.
doesn't matter in the end because there's only one top female star in the WWE, and she goes by Mommy. Hell yeah, Mommy.
And Mommy's always on
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just love that comeback line Randy Orton had against her. Yeah, you might be Mommy, but Daddy's home.
Now,
Yeah.
what do you think about him continuing to use it? Like, is he trying to make it a thing? How they call her Mommy? Is he trying to be called Daddy? Because he's using it
No,
on
it was
SmackDown and he's not even there.
a quick little pun thing.
No, but do
It's
you
Oh
just
no,
think
because
he's
he
gonna
did that towards Roman Reigns.
It'll want to be on a t-shirt. I promise you. It'll be
Yeah, I think he's trying to do something with it. Now, we'll get into specific stuff. Let's jump around a little. What y'all think about Drew? He's trying to start something with the truth. His whole thing is what did he say? Not that truth hurts. I thought he should have said truth hurts, but he said what's his catchphrase now? He's saying truth. The truth will set you free. So if I was him, I would say truth for everything. Truth hurts. You can't handle the truth. Truth set you free. But yeah, what do you guys think about?
He's going to end up
talk
coming
about-
out and beating the shit out of our truth just for shits and gigs.
Dude, you can't beat the shit out of R-Truth. He's the funniest guy on the show.
I almost
Goddamn.
feel like R-Truth. So hear me out,
He's
guys.
going to beat it just to cement that.
I remember how Sammy joined the bloodline. It first started off as something stupid. I feel like R-Truth got that same gimmick going on with the
I bet.
the Judgment.
But they're not gonna let him join. That's the funny thing is they're just gonna be like, dude, why the fuck are you still here? Get out of here!
They
Come
let
on!
Sammy join because look at the end when Damien looked at the
R-Truth's
TV.
been
He was
silly
like,
for how many? R-Truth's been silly for how many
Dude,
years
how
now?
many years was
I
he
mean-
going out to the ring saying, "I'm gonna be Money in the Bank"? Truth,
Yeah.
you're not even in the match.
do you remember Sammy's gimmick? Sammy's gimmick, he was coming out boycotting, like, no, it's something against me. It behind the scenes, I know it's a conspiracy, and that gimmick is what the bloodline took him in as.
Truth won't be in Judgment. They're already too big, actually. So I doubt they.
And you don't think Bloodline was bigger than Judgment Day at the time with Sammy joined?
I don't mean big as like big, and I mean too many members and stuff like that.
You're right. Yeah, they do got a lot of members.
They're eventually going to turn on Damian Priest.
Oh, say that again, Energy?
They're eventually going to turn on Damian Priest.
Yeah,
I thought it would happen
they're starting to
already.
put the seeds in there. They're starting to put the seeds in.
So then, let me ask you guys this. Let's jump around a little bit. Do you think Damien's going to successfully cash in Money in the Bank?
I think so.
Dude,
Okay.
it's one of those things they keep fucking teasing. It's like I don't know if they're actually going to pull the trigger on it.
Senor
Money in the Bank.
I've read, being a smart Mike, that they might have him cash in for the IC title. Honestly.
Get the hell out of here.
Dude, I hate the fact they changed
Can we just
that.
say, dumbest thing in wrestling this year, I think it was this year, was when Theory tried to cash in for the USA title, and he was doing open challenges.
Well, now you can cash in for any title. They changed it now. It's any
No.
title.
You could do that. I'm just saying, if you can cash in for one of the big belts, why would you?
So
That's what I'm hearing.
So,
Cash in
I would love to see Cody beat Roman and then Damian cash in.
Okay, so I have a conspiracy theory about that.
Okay.
So what happened if Damian cashes in on Roman after like one of the big pay-per-views, like Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
Gotta be Mania.
Yeah,
It wouldn't.
I can see it, man. I can totally see him doing it.
Here's the thing: it would dissolve itself.
Never.
When the person who beats Roman, it got to be that great pop. It would dissolve itself if it's Damian Priest.
Yeah,
like, what would you get out of Roman finally losing
Okay,
if
so-
Damian Priest wins?
No, I'm saying.
Put
I would
your
love to
hat
see
on
Slow
here.
down. You're taking credit away from the Puerto Ricans. Calm down.
No, not that.
No,
But
he's
Damian
not.
just Damian just isn't that level yet.
Calm down.
Amen. Not big enough to be Roman, bro.
Nah.
That's too long.
Not even that. It could be anybody in his line. It's just it would you wouldn't get what you want out of that long story to have a kind of like him. I'm fine with him taking a belt from Seth, and Seth is my dude, but that makes more sense. Roman, you need. Let's talk about it. Who do you got? Or Energy? I think you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying I would love to see Cody beat Roman at Mania and Damian come in and cash in like just to suck the wind out of it.
Okay,
Just
so
because
I'm okay with that because it wouldn't be him beating Roman, but I almost
would
feel
also
like you need.
the reason I say that too is because it would also build more on Cody and what they're doing with him.
I think Cody, for me, it's hard now that Randy's back and CM Punk is there. Like that's hard. And then also, all right, before we get that, let's slow down a little bit.
Let me get this here for a second.
All right, go ahead.
All right, number one, about what you said. First of all, Cody's still the top babyface in the company, right? He got the highest merch. If they let him beat Roman, he got to milk it for some time. They don't let him.
Yes.
They're not gonna let Priest cash in right away. That'll kill their own. Like the fans will riot if that happens. I promise you.
That's the point.
Whatever.
That's the point, to get that emotional reaction out of the crowd.
Yeah, but so here's the thing.
They don't want a bad reaction. They want a good reaction.
I get totally hear your energy, but I think you would waste Roman's defeat. Like you would literally just waste what we all are waiting to see.
Not really. I mean, Cody's already being built. He's already basically the next, like, John Cena, Roman Reigns figure. If Damian were to beat him and just steal that belt away from him, it would cement Damian as one of those, like, tacticians, one of those top tier guys,
But I don't think he is.
It would be a way. It would be a way to build one more person.
Well, see,
if done right, they could do it. They could do it and make it make
We're
sense.
thinking Priest is going to cash in on Roman. There's a strong possibility he cashes in on Seth at WrestleMania.
Well, that would make more sense. But Mike said Gunther. I mean, here's the thing: we're talking about titles, and I was downplaying the IC title. Apologize to that. But now Gunther's reign has brought it up a bit, right? So it's like on another shelf now. So I guess if Damian was use it to get Gunther, it would have a big like, yo, he just. But I mean, trust me, I would rather him use it for a bigger belt, like Seth's belt. But that would be equally like
a pop, because he ain't losing so long.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he hasn't been past since he came to WWE. I mean, he came to moved up.
Right.
It's been like 2.5 years. Like,
right.
It will be
500 something days.
Yeah, it will be. That's a title reign. He wasn't paying before that. He hadn't been paying for like 700 days.
Okay, so I have this. I have this thought in my head.
Okay.
We get to Royal Rumble. Seth versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title. CM Punk wins. Priest comes in, cashes in, beats Punk, walks away with the title.
I can see that. Now that might work.
Now that would be fair,
and
because
then
you would
have
feel
Priest
like,
work. Then have Priest work with Punk going into Mania.
That would be good, because you would feel that, okay, CM Punk just came back and you kind of like shooting him to the moon a little bit. But it's like that would bring that down. That like, oh, you think you're just gonna hand CM Punk everything? He get it, so cool. We know you. He coming back. They gotta give him something, right? But then him get beat, after just getting it. That I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I don't know who else will work with Gunther. So I feel like that's kind of like smart to me.
So
because you got Seth and Punk.
I got a couple guys in mind that could work with Gunther, probably beat him. I think LA Knight's one of them, for example. Give him the IC title.
On a different show, and they gonna work.
No, yeah, you're right.
But they can always trade. Always trade.
I got a friend of mine that's got an interesting theory. I don't necessarily think that this is going to happen, but it's worth mentioning. He believes that Jey Uso is going to be the one to beat Gunther, and that way going into Mania, him and his brother can wrestle over the Intercontinental.
Oh, for the title.
I would love that.
And I forgot about Jay. Yeah, Jay.
Or Solo. That's our possibility.
Do you guys?
Jimmy and Jay have always said that they wanted to wrestle each other.
Yep. Yeah. They did say that. They said they would like to their last match. That's what they would want to do. But here's what's crazy. Do you guys agree with me when I say this? I feel the vibe of wrestling right now feels attitude era to me. And this is what I'm saying. I think we always say attitude era is great because at any moment, you didn't know who could be who. Like if Undertaker and Stone Cold stood in the ring, I don't know who would win. So I feel like right now it's kind of like, you got, when you mentioned Jay, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about Jay. He's getting up there. You got Punk is back, Randy's there. You got your dare I say they might have more stars than that too.
It's only gonna feel like that once the guy who had the title for 3 years don't have a title, and the titles move around more. They don't feel more like
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Jay, like if Jay went against CM Punk, honestly, I don't know if they
Yeah,
might
but
make
when
Jay beat
LA
him.
Knight fought Roman, who you thought was going to win? Like, you got to have somebody be able to say, I can.
No, we're gonna take Roman out of it. We know the
No, you
title.
can't do that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
because because the difference is back then it was more about the people. Right now it's more about Roman's title. So we can't just make anybody be
So
Roman because that title means more. Sorry to say it. That title reign means more than Roman Reigns at this point.
But
that
that's my
said,
point.
though,
It got to be where anybody can win anytime. They don't feel more
the
attitude
reign
than me and stuff like that.
No, but
that his
we're going
reign
into
kind
it
of
with that
annoys me.
knowledge though. Go ahead, Energy.
His reign kind of annoys me in the fact that yes, he's had the belt for 3 years, but how many times has he defended it?
Not sure.
Not even 40.
This year was 11 times he wrestled. Stuff like that. I saw that. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, you look at Hulk Hogan's run; that's about the same amount of time. I can't stand Hulk Hogan, but he had 10 times as many title defenses.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I have to defend my title twice a year.
Yeah, 400 times a year and whatever. But in any event, I mean, the more that many title defenses in that length of time, it just made it feel that more important.
But I feel like that's why they made they gave us the world heavyweight title back, because then we have the fighting champion instead of Roman have to be there.
But it
every
still
week.
feels less than that title.
Yeah, it does.
That's true, because SmackDown feels like a lesser show without it.
Even though Roman never beat Seth for that title, I mean,
yeah,
it's
well. I want to say this: there's one person who never even got a shot during Roman's reign, and I'm like, bro, can the man just? I'm saying lose because but y'all keep forgetting Bobby Lashley is. Bobby Lashley
Is he still in WWE?
Yeah, what do you mean? Got a little, damn, bro.
He's in the U.S. title tournament.
Yeah, he got a little
cool. There, that's where he belongs.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about that, right?
Why would I want Bobby Lashley when I have Brock Lesnar?
Well, Brock ain't here.
The real main eventer
Brock isn't here.
Oh, Brock will always come back.
You might as well bring back Braun Strowman.
Dude, with Dana White fucking now being part owner of the WWE and all that stuff, Brock's gonna ask for a big payday.
Brock will be back.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
He'll be
Well,
back.
let me ask you guys this. I was talking the other day, right? And I was talking to my son. I was like, would it be wrong if Brock beat Roman? I mean, he ended the Undertaker streak. I mean, I don't think I'd be that mad.
That's putting too many eggs in the Brock Lesnar
because if you can't figure out who should do it, bro, just let Brock do it.
They already know who's gonna do it. Cody's gonna do it at WrestleMania. That's
but isn't it weird that Cody tried last? So let me get it straight. Cody's gonna win a Royal Rumble again, and then go to face Roman again, and then beat Roman.
No,
it's gonna be so predictable.
You said it though. You the one who said last year he shouldn't have beat Roman.
He shouldn't have. Yeah, he didn't.
But once that happened, it was already going to the next year. That was the plan.
No, if he beat him now, he earns it. Like I feel like he needed more. Him getting injured stopped his just messed him up. Right. I said it when going into last Mania. I said no, he should not win. People was like, why? I was like, because he didn't earn it yet. He wasn't around long enough. He got injured. He was sidelined for 9 months a year. He didn't have enough feuds. Once he won the feud with Brock, and he had a couple more people under his belt, it was like, okay, if he did it, I'm cool with him now. But it will be so predictable if he wins the Rumble and then go face. We'll be like, we know he's gonna win. Like, how can he not? You know what I mean? Like, so the question is, do we like? I don't think any of us would have a problem if Cody won, but would we want the main event of Mania to be that predictable? That's the thing.
Okay, so
Cowboy?
Oh, say that again, Andrew.
I said you want predictions.
I mean,
CM Punk's gonna win the Rumble. That's gonna set up him and Seth at Mania. And I think they're gonna set up an elimination chamber #1 contender for Roman's belt.
And who you think is gonna win?
Cody.
Okay, so here's how I think it should end. Roman's about to beat Cody, or Solo Sikoa interferes. Randy Orton comes out, RKO's Soa, RKO's Jay, RKO's Roman. Cody goes with the Cody Cutter. 1, 2, 3 at WrestleMania.
And you mean RKO Jimmy, not Jay.
Jimmy J, what the fuck ever.
Well, let's back up.
Jimmy J.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit, guys. What do we feel about LA Knight now? Do you
Flash in
think?
the pan.
I think they shouldn't have put him.
No,
They should have had him fight Roman yet. I think that was bad for him, honestly.
I think he's
That
still
killed his
got momentum. No, he's still got the momentum. The fans still love him. I say he's still a main eventer.
Well, I think that's why they didn't put him. So somebody was like, I talked to somebody. They was like, why he isn't in the USA title tournament? I was like, bro, if they did that, that would really be saying you pushing him down. And that's why he wasn't
You
in
don't have
it.
him fight Roman and then go for the mid-card belt right away.
He should have won that belt from like Theory when he had it, something like that.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
And kept stepping up rather than like skip over and go to Roman. Because now he can't come back down. But he's not gonna beat Roman either anytime soon. So I don't know what like.
LA Knight is going to be the champ, but it's going to be after Roman loses the belt. He's not going to be the one to beat Roman, but
No, not at all. No one. I don't think anybody's thinking that.
He's going to be in that mix of people that are constantly fighting for it. Like you said, during the Attitude Era, you had Undertaker, you had Stone Cold, you had Kane, you had The Rock, you had Kurt Angle, Mankind, like Triple H.
I don't feel like Knight is the main eventer yet.
At
I
any
think he
given
had one
time.
match, but I don't feel like he's earned a main event spot to me yet, honestly.
Yeah, I think the thing is he's that he's the Daniel Bryan, the Kofi Kingston. He's the guy that the fans are trying to push.
Yeah.
And so you either have to be part of the fans that's pushing them to really appreciate them. If not, it's kind of like because it is quick out of nowhere. What, a year ago he was getting together the models. Yeah, right.
The reason the fans are pushing him though is because he's been busting his ass for so long in other promotions.
I get it, but if you're a WWE guy, you don't know that. You know, if you're a WWE guy, you didn't see any of that.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, when he was in TNA, he was the top guy they had, and they weren't using him correctly. And like people resonate, like he's hungry. He's like, you know, I've busted my ass this long, and that resonates with people, you know.
Yeah, but here's the thing: where did you do that at? Did you do that in WWE? The place we should shoot you to the moon over here because what you did outside the company? I don't know.
The thing is, when Vince McMahon came back and tried to start running shit, all right, LA Knight was doing the LA Knight thing in NXT, and he was gathering WWE fans basically by being Eli Drake. And then when he got bumped up to the main roster, Vince is like, "Oh, he's too old to wrestle. Let's make him a manager and make him manage these male models." And you could see the frustration on his face, like every week. He hated doing that, but then he was also trying to incorporate LA Knight into that and basically get himself over because he was hamstrung with a gimmick that wasn't meant to get over. And then as soon as Vince left again, Triple H was like, "All right, you know what? We're moving him over to SmackDown and we're letting him take back over the LA Knight persona because that was getting over with the fans. That's clearly what he was meant to do. Let's push him to the moon like that, see what happens." And he told them, if I can't get myself over in 3 months, then fire me by all means. But give me 3 months to do what I got to do and see how the fans react to it. And what do you know? Look where he is now.
But my question is, because you said after Roman loses eventually, will he stay that hot that long? Because I don't think so.
I think so.
I think eventually run stale with the fans.
I think he has a factor, and I think he's always going to have a big set of fans. I think he's going to be in the mix, but again, it's WWE that has to.
WWE's the one that has to learn how to play.
They have to
do his
see it,
thing,
right? And so I see what Mike is saying is like, I don't know, but I think
because when Sammy fought Roman, he was super popular,
and it was
and that thing went all the way down.
Yeah, it went all the way down.
He was he was the top seller.
But here's the funny thing is,
but the thing is, the difference is though,
everyone knew Sammy wasn't going to win, but they still came in there with some kind of.
Yeah, but the difference is with Sammy's big pop for Roman was the story was so deep intertwined. So LA Knight had no story at all. They just decided, let's give him a title shot. And it was kind of like, this is what I think. I think they almost want, honestly, I think that was a shot. That was a slap to the fans. It was like, you want him so bad? Guess what?
Fine,
we don't give him what he should ultimately build up for. Like Daniel Bryan ultimately build up and won. Kofi ultimately build up and run. But we're like, no, he ain't building up and winning. But we're going to give y'all what you want because LA Knight. And then you get him. And then guess what? He lost. And that was kind of like, you got other people trying to get in that spot to go against Roman.
And now all of a sudden Orton's back. And CM Punk's back.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like...
So Sammy was never meant to be in that top spot. They capitalized on his popularity, gave him the match with Roman, and now they're using that momentum to help build other stuff, like the Drew McIntyre heel turn. I mean, who better to have him turn like full blown heel on than Sammy? You know, going after that injured leg.
Yep.
I mean, when you take a character that's as beloved as Sami Zayn is with the crowd, especially when he's hot like he is, and you have Drew act like that towards him, then that just like it pushes the story forward with Drew's heel turn. You know.
So
I don't think there's anybody else on the roster they could have really done that effectively with, but Sammy. Not at this point.
I mean, Sammy has such a good story that you didn't want to throw that away. So yeah, he got to be like a super baby face because all of what he went through. And I love that it actually comes down to him and Drew kind of been through very similar things with the bloodline. So it's cool when Sammy's like, I'm the only person that understands because I lost in front of my family just like you did. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you're right.
The only difference is though I didn't complain about it when I lost. I just blame myself.
Yeah.
The crazy part is they all got screwed by the blood. Like all Romans wins. Almost like 98% of them are by like cheating. It's crazy. They all got screwed by the same bloodline.
What I love is that they're not letting that go. Everybody's using that as part of their story.
Yeah.
Whether they defending it or not. It's smart though, because WWE got a habit of making stuff happen and act like it never happened.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's good. So let me ask you guys this, man.
I think at Mania that's going to be the factor too. Solo and Jimmy are going to get involved, and then Randy Orton and LA Knight are going to be.
You mean like how they always get involved and how Roman always wins by DQ?
But this time Cody's not alone. He's going to have Randy and LA Knight.
He's going to have Randy and someone else.
They're going to neutralize the bloodline, and then Roman's going to be like, oh shit, what do I do now? I get hit with the crossroads.
Yeah, I can see that.
Damn, I mean, I don't have a problem with Cody winning. I like how Cody's on fire, his song, like, but I'm like, wow, will Cody really be the one?
Yeah, it's always gonna be Cody. It's always gonna be Cody.
Who else would it be?
Yeah,
CM Punk. CM Punk. CM Punk.
They got too much. They got too much of an angle right now with CM Punk having heat with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. They got too many stories.
Wait, what beef does CM Punk got with Drew McIntyre?
Oh,
that was
behind
Drew McIntyre's just been making little comments, kind of hinting at a few.
He made the one comment. I feel like he needs to do more. I think that was just part of his real thing.
I didn't like how he said, like, I could be talking about anyone. I'm like, dude, we know who you're talking about.
So the reason he made that comment is it stems back to when CM Punk made that entrance at the pay-per-view.
Right.
Because right before he came out, McIntyre, like everybody in the match knew he was going to come out. They were told right before the match. And as soon as the bell rung, McIntyre stormed off to the back. He threw a sweater on and he left the building, like just hauled ass. So people, like the fans, online reading into whatever they're going to read into, they were speculating that he was upset because he don't like CM Punk, whatever.
I get that. What I'm saying is, your point is though,
whether that's the point or not, then I think Drew is like kind of planting seeds, kind of feeding into that little internet rumor.
So my point was, I feel like
down the road.
No, I see that, but I feel like you just made it a little bigger than what it was. He made one comment. Like if he made a few, he made one comment, right? So I feel like I'm not going to take that as him and CM Punk is going to have anything. I'm taking that as to help build Drew's new character of the truth guy, because what he said was true. So he's doing a thing where he's the heel that.
Yeah, but Triple H likes playing the long game. I don't see him having Drew make a comment like that without building to something. Whether it's 6 or 8 months.
See, this is where I feel like you're reaching, because I feel like, man, to take that one comment and say, well, Triple H never let Sun down, and one day they're gonna feud. I'm like, you're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Within the next year, I guarantee you, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are gonna have a program. Probably after CM Punk and Seth Rollins do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I mean, it could happen.
Then you would be saying like, I don't see it, because then you'll be saying like Punk and Drew at like Mania. I don't see it.
I don't see Mania. I think post-Mania.
I see Punk and Drew more like a SummerSlam thing.
SummerSlam.
Wait, do you think Punk is a face?
Yes.
For a minute.
Yeah.
They're going to capitalize on the crowd reaction, and they're going to turn him heel at some point.
So you think Punk and Seth can be a face versus face match?
It could go either way. I don't know whether they would turn Punk or Seth heel.
Mm-hmm.
because they could always, they could build on the momentum and the crowd chanting CM Punk, or they
Anybody
could
hear
build
about?
on,
I'm sorry.
or they can build on Drew being the one that said "I told you so" the whole time and turn Punk heel.
Anybody hear about this one? And I like this one too, about possibly Punk and Roman, and then Heyman switching back to Punk and leaving Roman.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
I like that. Actually,
I want to pitch this idea.
I mean, he did it.
CM Punk
Brock.
versus
did.
AJ Styles.
CM Punk versus
CM
AJ
Punk
Styles.
versus AJ Styles. Before
But
they
AJ Styles is like
retires.
non-existent. So you just want a fan match, or
Dude, that's a big money match right there.
no, it's
That's
not
a
when
dream
not when
match.
not
Yes,
when
it
AJ
is.
is non-existent.
It's not a money match.
What makes a match is when somebody's relevant, right? Unless you just like, oh, this is just like,
Who's more
well, what
relevant
if
than the
Goldberg went
phenomenal
again?
one?
You know what I mean?
AJ's
The
always
phenomenal one versus the best in the world. Come on. Come on.
Maybe like 5 years ago. Not
Yeah,
right
yeah. Or just play it on a video game this Wednesday.
now.
Oh, it's,
I like the idea
but
though,
CM
because
Punk's not a character in the
Punk did say a
2K13.
wise man told me on his promo. He was talking
With-
about Heyman or whatever. Like
Honestly, I see Heyman taking more of an after Roman loses the belt. I'm pretty sure Heyman's going to be paired up with Braun Breaker.
My tribal chief, you're a loser, so I'm going with the best in the world.
Now, I think he's going to be paired up with Braun Breaker.
I want to see CM
so?
Punk and Paul Heyman together.
Heyman with a new guy. I don't know about that. Heyman likes to like have like champions and stuff.
Yeah,
like
somebody who actually
Established.
done something like that.
Come on, we all know.
Nobody knew who
Paul
Brock
Heyman
Lesnar
loves
was
saying that
before he
one
got
line.
paired with Paul Heyman.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul
Yeah, you think
Heyman.
you're gonna strike lightning in a bottle twice?
Why not? Who better than Heyman to make it happen?
You guys ever watched Paul Heyman was doing like some kind of I think it was like an interview or something. It was like in a town hall kind of meeting, and he was talking about like how they were gonna put him with someone who wasn't Brock Lesnar. He's like, "Oh, I don't like this idea. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it." And he says, "We're putting you with CM Punk." He's like, "So I'll see you on Monday."
I saw that. Yeah.
It's like, hey, I get to work with someone I actually like.
I think who got messed up was Cesaro. When they made him with Cesaro, that he literally said, I only worked with him to keep Brock's name relevant. So he would come out with Cesaro, but just always mention Brock. And I was like, oh man, Cesaro was my dude too. But let me ask you guys this though, since we brought
Curtis
up
Axel
Punk,
was one of Paul Heyman guys, wasn't he?
who?
Curtis
Yeah,
Axel.
Curtis Axel. That didn't go
I think
anywhere.
it was Mr.
but-
Perfect's kid.
He should have came out from the beginning with that gimmick of I'm better than perfect. He waited too long. Coming out talking about he's Michael McGillicuddy. It was like, no, bro, your dad is Mr. Perfect. Like one of the most recognizable. Like you supposed to come out and do what Charlotte is doing with Ric Flair. Like if your dad's Mr. Perfect. But
The only person I'm seeing right now that's doing he's a next generation wrestler that's not going with the family lineage and making it work is Pillman's son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
But I don't think does he go by
Did he
Jr.?
leave AWE? I mean AEW, did he leave? Or he's leaving now or something?
No, he's in AEW, I think.
I thought he was leaving. Okay.
I think the person who's doing it the best and not really paying homage to their father is Randy Orton.
Well, yeah, but how you pay homage to Cowboy Bob Orton now? Like,
I mean, he could have came out with a cowboy hat. He could have came out with having a damn.
When he injured his hand early on in his career, he could have kept the cast on like
he injured his shoulder. Remember, I was
He was
like,
milking the hell out of it.
Randy
But
Orton.
he did have Bob Orton with him for a little while, Undertaker battle and stuff like that. So he was.
He
still
came
with him.
out a few times.
Yeah, he got beat up by the stuff.
I'm gonna laugh one day if I find out the Undertaker's daughter's.
But he said, Bio said he was in AEW, but he's in NXT now.
That's what I thought. Yeah, he left. Yeah, he left.
But but he's not. But what I mean, he's not going by the Pillman name. Like
Going by Lexus King. He said, just said.
Oh, man.
Thank you for that, Bio.
NXT's falling off, but I like it better now than the 2.0 shit.
I was gonna get back into it when Cena went and all that, and then I got busy and I just said, you know what, I just have to put it behind me.
Can we all
the
just be
biggest
happy
NXT
that Vince
fan.
McMahon has no longer anything to do with WWE? He's just out.
You know what? For me, I'm the different type of fan. I didn't know. I hear a lot of people talk about Vince does this, Vince, and anything bad happen, they blame Vince. But I don't know how much of that was ever really true. So I never really put too much stock
To me,
into it.
it wasn't so much that he was responsible for everything, but he was responsible for a lot of bad things happening.
Allegedly.
Vince was a brilliant mind, but at the same time, he was 3 years behind the times.
Mm.
You know, you look at what was his name, Birchill. Whenever
Yeah.
he had
Paul-
the pirate,
yeah,
game
Paul
with Norman.
Paul
Burchill.
Burchill, it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
you're gonna be a
so-
pirate.
So Vince had the idea to make him a pirate, and he wanted him to be a heel. And right before like Pirates of the Caribbean 3 came out, they were like, "Oh, well, we'll just have him be a spoof on Jack Sparrow."
Mhm.
And he was doing that and getting over with the crowd so well for like months on end. And then Vince happened to walk by the TV one day and see him coming down, the fans cheering. He was like, "I thought he was supposed to be a heel." And all of his advisors were like, "No, we had him start acting like Jack Sparrow." And Vince looked back and said, "Who?"
Hey, you can't
It's
blame
like-
Vince because he don't know who the hell
Pirates
Jack Sparrow
3.
was.
Pirates 3 is about to come out, Vince, and you don't know who the fuck Jack Sparrow is? Yep.
I mean, he's 80 years old. Why would he-
Right, like, come on, bro.
Well, that was back in the mid
Yeah,
2000s.
yeah, probably 20 years ago.
Well, no, I have to bring
You know
up
what's
the
cool
John
though?
Moxley story.
Paul had his special was cool as hell. They flip bottom. That was dope. Off the top rope, and sometimes on the ground, which now we call it the Spanish Fly. But you know,
Dude, there was some
just
stuff back in the
rock bottom.
early 2000s they would not get away with now, even trying to attempt. Remember Muhammad Hassan?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, let me ask you guys this before we get too far away from Punk. Do you guys think Punk can be trusted? So that's the whole thing. Now, I want to go into that. I wonder, was that a work with CM Punk? I mean, with Seth? Seth looked like he was really pissed off in that video. But then, right? But then you see Seth now was talking about him on TV, which, you know, if it's on TV, you know, it's being added in the script. So do you think Punk could be trusted as far as like, I mean, okay, I guess he burnt his bridges at AEW, but do you think Punk would work well with others? Do you think Punk could be trusted?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Seth has been working this angle since Punk came in.
Dude, he's been working this angle when they had that freaking, what was that, Talking Smack show or something like that.
Like Seth
Fox.
started planting them seeds back then, and I think it was all a work back then.
It's just like, I can't see CM Punk not being WWE and be like, hey, I'm not going to play ball with him. I'm like, dude, you just talked to Triple H. He convinced you to come back. If you can work with him, you can work with anyone.
And I'm gonna be real with you. If the only thing standing, if I hated somebody as much as Seth claims to hate Punk, and the only person standing between me and them was Michael Cole, you'd need a new contract.
Right? No, that's not really at all.
He got a behavior clause in his contract this time too, so
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be on his best behavior.
No trying to smack
there
the
you go.
guy in charge.
No, but I mean that helps. That's some clarity right
Where
there.
like he won't get no, like right now AEW had to pay him when they fired him. Like if it happened to WWE, he won't get no money. Like he got a behavior.
And you got to
clause.
remember that was a multi-year deal he had with AEW. So
Oh yeah.
that's big money they're paying out of pocket.
He didn't have no type of no compete clause. Like,
from what I understand, he had a no complete cause, but he kind of talked to Tony into like let it go. But he does have an NDA in his contract where he's not allowed to talk about AEW while he's in WWE.
From what I'm getting, he never really had a problem with Tony Khan.
You know, he had a problem with people behind the scenes who don't know how to shut their fucking mouths.
Those young guys, those young executives who wrestle. Yeah,
Fucking
young
Jungle
executives.
Boy. Jungle Boy, go back to the fucking jungle and get going.
hey man, listen. You know, it's a lot of politics. Everybody wants to be the man, and so you know, you can see what
They were giving him his own
I would
fucking
love
show. They were giving him his own show. They were letting him basically run the damn thing, and all because one guy ran his mouth one too many times. That's
well, let's.
frustrating.
A lot of the stories made it sound like Punk was the issue, but
He's a drama queen. That's for damn sure.
No, he's not the
all right,
only
well,
one.
let's bring Dave back on.
There's plenty of wrestlers backstage that are drama queens.
That's true.
So they say, allegedly.
I mean, for the longest time, Randy Orton was
Oh
one.
fuck, dude! Look at Hulk Hogan and how many lies that motherfucker tells still to this day.
Allegedly.
And
The man
Batista.
somehow Hulk Hogan somehow wrestled 500 days in a year. There's no 500 days in a year, Hogan.
Hey, you know what it is? It's for me, right? I love wrestling, but I used to be super into the behind the scenes stuff. I used to always watch this show, Wrestle or YouTube channel, Wrestle Talk TV. And what I would notice is I would have this built up feeling for stuff I heard. And so let's say a pay-per-view, and all I hear is this person's coming back, and they would not come back. And then I'd be let down, and I realized, like, dummy, nobody told you, WWE ain't tell you that person was coming back. You listen to some people on the internet. So what I learned was I have to watch it and get out of it what I want and try not to let all the other stuff influence my feelings, because then I'm not going to enjoy it as much. And so when I hear a lot of you guys say, like, Hogan did this and did that, and I'm like, damn, who had a conversation with Hogan and knew he said that? So it's
There's like literally an interview where he said he wrestled 500 days in a year. I'm like, you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, he said that it was because of like flying across different time zones both ways, and he tried to make it make sense, but there's no way you can make that make sense.
Yeah, but who cares about that though? Why'd that bother you? We know it was
Thank
good.
you.
It shouldn't
Bothers
bother
me
you at
because
all.
Hulk Hogan's a
thank you.
goddamn liar.
Well, why did that bother you? What do I do with
Yes.
wrestling?
That's one of hundreds of lies.
Is he lying to you personally? Those are you. Why would that bother you?
He hurt my feelings, just like the
Right.
Ultimate Warrior did.
Well, thank you very much, Mike.
I'm just saying, that makes no sense. Why would that bother you as a wrestler?
That's true.
Man? He lied
It
about this
just-
year.
As many lies as he's been caught in, it just diminishes his credibility, and it's
Well, like
clear
he
that
said,
he's
he
going
said,
to
like-
try to stand on
His
my
credibility is what you watched him wrestle. What credibility you watched?
Well, no, there was like one
What
time he
credibility
said
do you
he
need?
found
Doesn't matter
And
what
wrestling
credibility
isn't
Undertaker.
real. And wrestling
Right.
isn't real. So
What credibility do you
For
need?
real.
Like he don't gotta like be like a stand-up guy for you. Just watch him wrestle. That's it. Why does it matter?
No, he's never been one to help other people get over. He's all about
Why
himself.
does that matter?
WCW is living
Yeah,
proof
so
of that.
so let me just step in there. So for me, that's why I just watch the product, right? That's why I have my fave five,
Exactly.
5 people I like, I follow, and if they are on top or not, oh well. But I watch the product as a whole. I try not to get into that extra stuff because then I'm watching it with different lens on. Number one is fake. All right. So like, look what Cody. I watched an interview with Cody the other day. He said, "Be honest, we're just guys in underwears play fighting." He said that, and he was like, "I mean." So he was like, we're guys in underwears play fighting. This is Cody Rhodes said, right? And he was like, the outcomes is scripted. He was like, so at the end of the day, I like to say the person let me win. If I ever win, someone let me win. I was like, that's cool that he said that. And so when you think about it, wrestling is fake. So if somebody's personality, like outside the ring, and you say like his credibility is fake anyway because it's not real. So it's like none of that even matters to me. I'm not taking down how you feel, but to me,
It's scripted.
watching a television show, Rock said it best. Hold up, real quick. A couple years ago, Rock said we just put on a 2-hour show. He literally said that. He's like, it's no difference than you watching a 2-hour show. You can be watching Game of Thrones. You can be watching, I don't know. I started watching the show C on Apple TV. So when I watch wrestling, I watch it like that. It's a show. That's why I like the E in it. I like when R-Truth come out and do something stupid because it's just a show. So it could get silly and dumb.
Talking
And
about Hogan, without Hogan, wrestling would have been where it's at today.
Exactly.
I remember that with so much credibility and stuff like that. But Hogan put wrestling on the map in the 80s and stuff like that.
Y'all are misunderstanding though.
Okay.
I'm not talking about his credibility as a fighter. Everybody knows that wrestling is scripted, but I'm talking about his credibility as a human being. Because
I don't know if I'm ever gonna sit down and eat with him and have to worry about him not paying the check. Him say he's gonna pay the check and walk out and leave, and I get stuck with the bill. I kind of don't care.
I don't care, right? That's it.
But you were just talking about how you watch the product as a whole. And how basically it's a team effort. The whole product coming together and making.
Yeah, but I don't. So yeah, I gotta. That's where I gotta get off. Yeah, that's where I don't agree with you. Because the reason why I don't, and now you used to wrestle, so that's why I started the beginning of the show off. Everybody has different lenses because TPG clearly ain't watching it currently because he ain't even know Bobby Lashley was wrestling, right? So I mean, we're watching through different lenses. So
I don't have cable, man.
And
Well,
I'm
there you
also
go.
looking at how many
I don't have
careers
cable
Hogan has either destroyed or attempted to destroy just
Also,
to
are you
try to
looking
keep
at how much
himself
money
on
he
the
made
top.
them in the 80s? Because without him, they wouldn't have made as much money as they did. He brought
Yeah,
us
you
to a
got a
higher
point.
status.
It's probably bigger than the damage he did.
Correct.
The good he did.
He's also lost people quite a bit. I mean, he tried to destroy the Undertaker's career before
No,
it
you're
even
not
got
listening.
started.
You're not listening. The whole industry made more money because of Hogan being who
And
he
I've
was.
acknowledged that.
But after that, nothing matters because the wrestling wouldn't be what it was without him. Stuff like that would have never got as big as it was.
But
Hogan
he
wasn't
can't
who
be on
was.
top forever, and he never has understood that.
Yeah, first of all, he actually did let Goldberg win the title and put him over. It was his idea, matter of fact, for Goldberg to win the title versus him.
Yeah,
That's
but then
not true.
Goldberg
He
was
also
white
put
hot
Rock
at the
over.
time. It's like, dude, of course you're gonna let him get on top of you.
That was one of the few things that he couldn't argue with.
It wasn't even he didn't argue. It was his idea. He brought it to Bischoff. Said like, "Yo, let's let Goldberg win at this time." And Bischoff is not.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, I think it's interesting because wrestling is like it's like sports. You know how some people just watch a game.
One more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing.
Go ahead.
Warrior 2, as a matter of fact, he also put Warrior over at WrestleMania 6. He said, "Yo, it's time for Warrior to win the title." He didn't argue with that either.
Well, that's because Vince McMahon was calling the shots there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how much I believe that it was Hogan's idea. Because who did you hear that from?
The Goldberg part, or no, not Warrior. That was
the Goldberg part.
Eric Bischoff, who ran WCW, that said it.
Yeah, and Bischoff's also fucking Hogan's like best buddy. Those two are fucking thick as thieves.
So this is the part of wrestling that y'all could just have because if I'm gonna be arguing with somebody over interview I seen, that has nothing to do with me watching wrestling. But again, it's like fanatics, right? People watch sports and you can just watch it because you want to watch Super Bowl and see the commercials, or you could watch it and you're no, in 1987 he got 2 touchdowns. Like, so it's
it's on Mount Rushmore, and without him,
I'll give you an example of the little shenanigans that Hogan constantly pulls. Back when we were just talking about in WCW, NWO, that era. If you notice, every time the NBA Finals would start up, TNT and TBS, they would play the same. They would play the NBA and WCW. Hogan would take a vacation, a hiatus. He'd go film a movie or whatever during the NBA Finals when he knew that the ratings were going to be lower. And then as soon as the NBA was done, he would come back and then he would claim that he was the reason that the ratings were up.
Well, you know what John Cena just said the other day? John said, "Once that strike is over, I gotta go." So when you make movies and shows, there's a higher power.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm gonna get off the topic. I know Anthony will get off the topic, but you talking about that era, right? So you remember that Karl Malone, Dennis Rodman was in a match with Hogan at the time. Anybody else in WCW been in that match and it been as big as it was besides Hogan? No. Nobody. That Hogan made that match what it was. Sting didn't have NBA fans like Hogan did. Hogan was a household name.
Yeah, he got a good point. Yeah, I see your point.
So you got your mad about Hogan? Macho Man? Are you serious?
I think being in WCW, Sting would have made it big. Because Sting was WCW's Hulk Hogan of the WWE, basically.
You're not listening to me.
I hear you.
I mean, made it so we're like NBA fans. Like, yo, they ain't. I want to see Sting. They already knew Hogan was. They were a childhood hero already.
And even
NBA fans watched it. So.
And even back in WWF, when Hogan was at the top of the mountain, the fans were still cheering Jake the Snake Roberts over him. That's why Vince put the kibosh on that. So I mean,
well, either way, listen, y'all guys, is great to hear the behind the scenes.
Any title, Jake the Snake, any IC, he ever win any title? I can't remember or not.
No, Jake the Snake was the one, and I'm pretty sure Energy could co-sign, but Jake the Snake was the one that prepared everybody for Hogan.
Yeah.
If you could go over Jake the Snake, just the same thing that happened with Undertaker. he beat Jake the Snake, and then the Undertaker go after Hogan.
There was
Jake
a
the
couple
Snake
of
was
gatekeepers, but yeah, Jake was one of them.
Jake was
My
definitely
whole
one of
thing
them.
is Hogan has done too much for this industry and made it to what it was. Well, I
He's
don't
done
care
a
what
lot of good and he's done a lot of bad. Ask
He also
TNA
believes his
how
own hype.
good he paid off for them.
He also makes that mistake Cowboy was just talking about in that Cody Rhodes interview. He believes his own hype.
I agree with that too. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, you think Cody does too? Believes on hype?
I think Cody
No,
believes
He was referring to
believes in
Triple
himself
H
too
in that
much.
interview. Cody was referring to CM Punk in the interview he's talking about. Cody said the problem with CM Punk is he believes his own hype. Yeah, that's the comment he made.
But here's the sad truth. CM Punk has a right to believe his own hype because look at how much good business he did for AEW, and
Yeah,
look
but
at look what happened. Look what happened with Survivor Series and Monday Night Raw the night after. Guess what? The ratings were at an all-time high.
The fans
Attitude era
believe him
levels.
too. CM Punk. That's the thing. Just like Hogan.
Exactly.
Fans believe him.
CM Punk
Yeah.
he could buy into the hype he wants.
I don't know,
Cowboy
man.
believes it too.
I watched all of CM Punk's WWE career, and I just never. I
So,
like
you got problems then, man. Because CM Punk is the best in the world next to
my
Daniel
son,
Bryan.
I'm still a
Slow
little bit
down.
salty at CM Punk.
Slow down.
Not, and y'all are gonna laugh your ass off of this. I'm still salty at him for the way the whole MMA thing played out because there was one person who was challenging
You're mad at
that
him
would've
for
made money.
losing?
No. You're not listening.
Yeah, gotta listen to him.
There's one person when he announced that he was getting into MMA that he could have made a lot of money with, and he shut him down and acted like he didn't even know who he was, and that's Jason David Frank.
Oh wow.
A fucking Power Ranger?
Because JDF was a legit MMA fighter. Have you watched his fights? Like he
CM Punk versus the Green Ranger.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Jason David Frank and CM Punk both wasn't UFC material. Let's be clear. And that's exactly why one of the lowest people in UFC beat the hell out of CM Punk.
That said, JDF had an undefeated record. I think it was 3-0.
Not in the UFC. Wow. It's a difference. It's a difference.
That said, CM Punk came in with zero experience, and
we could tell.
In with fan support. He came in. He came in as basically an attraction, but it could have made more money because years before he actually got into it, he actually made a comment at a Comic-Con about challenging JDF to a legit fight, and JDF was like, "Okay, cool." Well, when he announced he was getting into MMA 2-3 years down the road, he was.
I gotta ask you a question.
Approached him. He was like, "Hey, look, are you still down for that fight?" And he acted like he didn't even know who he was. And he was
I gotta ask you a question.
He accused JDF of trying to make money off of him, and JDF is like, "You know how
Energy.
much money
I gotta ask you a question because you're so into this story. Like, let me ask you a question. And do you think UFC would have put on the White Power Ranger versus CM Punk on UFC? No. Hold on. Do you think that's where that match would have took place?
I think so. If Dana White,
think so?
Yeah, I think he would have done it.
Bro, no. Do you think? Let me ask you this: you think Dana White would have let that match go on?
You do realize that JDF had his own chain of dojos in Texas, right?
Well, then why did UFC never put JDF on? Or
because he never wanted to join the UFC.
So,
Yo, JDF is killing me right now.
Well, to be fair, JDF's actually dead.
I know, I know that, but I'm just saying is that here's the thing. Dana White wanted UFC to look. Hold up, listen. This energy. I don't know if you watch UFC or not, but Dana White wanted UFC to look credible. If you would have had a pro wrestler against a Power Ranger, come on, bro. just for the viewership, just for the competition, that alone would have gave them a bad name.
Have you seen JDF's fights though?
Oh my god.
No.
They look a hell of a lot better than CM Punk's did. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's
not saying much. You say you never liked Punk in wrestling? Why not?
Do what now?
I told him Cowboy. You say you never liked Punk in WWE or wrestling? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I was there. I was a fan of him at one point. I liked him with cult follower and stuff like that.
My favorite CM Punk run of his was the Straight Edge Society. Just like, good lord. You hear him talk about it, it's like one of the best times creatively for him.
Yeah, I like that. Like when he had the girl Serena get in the ring,
Exactly.
she had long hair.
Put your
and shaved
hands
her
on the
head.
screen.
Yeah, that. You know why? Because that was like entertainment. That was so like kind of over the top.
Apparently he got like some old lady like threw something at him when he was walking to the ring. It's like, you're the devil. He's like, good, that's what I want. I want you to hate me. I want you to hate my guts.
But
you know
other
why?
than that,
Because you're gonna watch.
it's cool that he was the straight edge guy. He was supposed to be the martial arts guy, but he just never for me like say that again.
He should have been ECW champ when he was supposed to have that match with Benoit, but that whole
Dismember
happened and they replaced.
Dismember to December. Is that
no, whichever one it was, he was supposed to wrestle Benoit, but then that whole shit happened, and then they replaced Benoit with John Morrison, and then they put the belt on Morrison. They should have put it on Punk.
I think there was like an interview with John Morrison.
Wait. Who was? I remember watching that. Who was he? So wait. Benoit was supposed to go. Who was Benoit supposed to go against?
Benoit was supposed to go against CM Punk, but
no. There was literally somebody who he was going against, and when Benoit didn't show up, they replaced Benoit. So was CM Punk
John
the guy?
Morrison.
Yeah, it was CM Punk. CM Punk was supposed to go against Benoit. They replaced Benoit with Johnny Nitro.
Yeah, like the night he murdered his wife and kid, he actually was supposed to be on a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
allegedly.
There was actually one. I don't know
was
if
supposed
this
to
is
win the belt that night.
Yeah, there was actually even like one report of Benoit supposedly talked to someone and said he was actually contemplating actually going. Can you imagine if he went to a pay-per-view and then knowing there's like his dead wife and
well,
kid?
You know the crazy thing is, so here, do you remember what happened?
Yeah,
people didn't find out. So the next day, Vince had a whole
they did a tribute show.
They had a tribute to him and everything, and a moment of silence. And then the day after they found out, they said we would not speak his name and his likeness ever again. And for a long time, no one did the crippler crossface for years.
Yeah. And they never talk about his WrestleMania win. Nothing like it's just like it don't exist or whatever like that. But
until Daniel Bryan showed up and he started using that move.
I still love that interaction. Paul Heyman had that one fan. He's like, "That's your boy? Well, fuck you, fuck your boy." Chris,
you want to hear something crazy though?
As a talent, but as a human being, fuck him.
I just watched Undertaker the other day talking about his Mount Rushmore of smaller wrestlers,
I saw that.
6 feet and under.
Yeah.
And Benoit made his Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The whole Mount Rushmore was crazy to me.
Benoit, Eddie, AJ Styles, and Kurt Angle was his Mount Rushmore.
I think it was cool that he got to have that last match with AJ Styles.
I don't know how he'll have Shawn Michaels on that Mount Rushmore. Like that bothered me actually, especially the matches that he had with Michaels and that.
I think Shawn Michaels was always put. Shawn Michaels was always put as not being 6 feet and under because of how he was.
There's so many people that could have made that list, though. You look at Owen Hart, you look at Rey Mysterio, you look at like Jushin Thunder Liger. There's a whole bunch of guys.
Everybody can't make the list. So,
but at the same time,
that's why I got a fave 5, and it's 5. My back is down to 4 right now.
At the same time, though, listening to Undertaker, it's hard to argue with his Mount Rushmore for the reasons he gave in that video. You know, all of those guys could fucking go.
Well, he didn't say 6 feet and under, by the way. He said small guys.
No, he said specifically by small guys. I mean people that are 6 feet and shorter.
6 feet and shorter, yeah.
Okay.
He did say that on video, yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think if Punk? I want to go to Punk real quick. I feel like it's a missed opportunity, right? Punk at some point need to say, "I made Seth and Roman."
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
He need to say that.
I think he's waiting until him and Seth feud, but at some point he is gonna say
he has to, because he made the Shield.
He's like not gonna keep his mouth shut about that.
Bro, if you're a wrestler and you think of like, okay, what can I say? It's my trash talk. I'm like, bro, you gotta say it.
Not just as a wrestler. This is CM Punk we're talking about. This is Mr. Pipe Bomb. He's gonna say it.
He got to. If I was Ryback, I'd be sitting home on my couch like I made the Shield.
Ryback always talking shit. I think he do say that all the time. Anyway.
All the time.
I never heard him say it, but he should. He had to, because I would have.
He always talking junk.
Always.
That's great. Nah, I thought about that as far as something to say.
His fake Goldberg self.
Hey, listen, I was all in it.
Hey, like, I was all in it too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he had us, right?
I mean, he was pretty good.
Fake Goldberg, you mean Ryback? Okay, dumb as
Yeah.
fuck.
That's what we're talking about, right? You know what's crazy though, Dave? Remember, we watched this together at my house.
Mhm.
Remember, and Mark Henry was my dude at the time. But
Mhm.
no way in hell did we think Mark was gonna beat Ryback. And remember when Ryback picked up, and I was like, and he just fell and got the 1, 2, 3. I was like,
Yeah.
no energy. You're Mr. Backstage, bro. What happened? Like, why did that happen? Do you know?
What, the whole Ryback thing?
Yeah, I mean, why did Ryback lose to Mark the way he did? Like, that was everybody thought Ryback would have beat him, and it was the weirdest finish. He literally picked up Mark and couldn't hold him, fell, and Mark just stayed on him, got the 1, 2, 3. I was like, what type of finish is that? Like, it was almost like he got punished or something. Like,
Yeah, basically he had heat backstage. He was rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
that was the craziest thing. I was like,
Because that was
wow,
right before he quit the company. And
yeah, they let it go down, but that was wild. But I think the problem is they just never let him beat CM Punk. Like, they never let him got the big belt. And it's like, once you make somebody get so many matches and they never win, you just kind of like, all right, man, we don't even believe in this guy anymore, because you're believing in him as, like, the same thing with LA Knight. You're believing in him as he's this top guy and he will get the belt. But if you get a match, lose, get a match, lose, get a match, lose, you're like, all right, I ain't never pushing him, and you kind of lose that.
Wade Barrett, perfect case.
Perfect case. He actually, it was cool. He said that what was on SmackDown where he was talking the other day. He was like, yeah, I never knew my last time I had a title shot was going to be my last time I had a title shot.
So, okay, I got a question for everyone here. Rumor is Bray Wyatt might be going into the Hall of Fame. Do you think he should go in the Hall of Fame?
I think he should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he definitely did enough. His creativity.
If not, I don't know if he should go this year, but he should definitely go, because I mean, he was one of the more brilliant minds backstage. There weren't as many.
Yeah.
You can count on one hand the number of people that are as creative as that man was.
Well, let me ask you this though.
And I'll put him at number one.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Why would you say not this year? What would be the point to wait? That's my question. He's not alive anymore, right? So it's not
you run the risk
wait a
of
little bit, you know.
You run the risk of people criticizing you for only doing it
like you're riding the hype.
No,
Yeah.
He's only putting him in because he died. Yeah, that's a good point.
He came a long way since Husky Harris.
Yeah,
right. I had to tell what was TPG about that. He was like, "Yeah, I was on him back when he was first came out with the wine shirt." I said, "No, bro, I go back to Harris, the tank with the Ferrari engine."
That's right. That's right.
He was my favorite
Cowboy,
on that
remember, I'm the one who broke the news on remember we were live streaming together, and we found out he died.
That was live. Yeah, we found out. Yeah,
dude, I was in tears for a couple of days after that. I was like, Jesus, that's my boy right there.
Yeah, that messed me up for a while. Yeah, that messed me up for a while.
That was your dude, man.
That was my dude.
I'm so happy he was coming back too, David.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I was souped up. I was souped up.
And I was still mad that he ruined my man Bobby's WrestleMania.
Bobby,
I do think he should be on the cover of WWE 2K24 though.
Okay, I think it's going to be either him, Cody, or CM Punk.
Hold up. You said Bray should be on the cover?
Yeah.
So now you will be doing that because he died.
Yeah.
That would literally be like
territory.
Wait, what?
The reason I say that is because it would be the perfect time to do it, because he did have so many memorable moments.
No, because now you understand? You hear what you're saying though, right?
With Punk, I think he came back too late to be able to do that to put the showcase mode together. With Cody, I don't think he's had enough WWE moments to really highlight the showcase. I think it would make more sense to do it with Bray than it would with anybody else.
But do you think he would be doing it with Bray because he died?
Well, who all has had showcase mode so far? I know John Cena. I know Rey Mysterio. Has
Daniel
the Undertaker had one?
Dan Bryan had one.
I think so.
See, I don't play those. Not for nothing. I just play. Dave, you know how it goes. We just bought the game and played against each other.
Mhm.
So I
I mean,
stopped.
who's been on the covers in the past, say, 5 years? I know John Cena, Rey Mysterio.
Hulk
Because the
Hogan,
cover is
The
the
Rock,
showcase.
Seth
Stone Cold.
Rollins.
Let's see.
Well, fellas, y'all keep it going. I'm actually gotta get out of here now. I just want to stop.
Yeah, I was
man,
actually about to say that too, man.
Get my
I'm
wrestling
gotta
talk.
take off.
Well, you know what? I actually got through all my stuff I wanted to. Before you guys go, is there any other thing we didn't cover that you guys personally wanted to bring up?
Nope.
Not really, bro.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for having me as always, man. Next time wrestling show,
brother.
invite me again. All right, man.
Definitely,
Peace.
you know it, man.
Peace, Dave. Hey, Dave, good luck coming
All
on my
right,
show,
brother.
too, man. I'll be on Wednesday.
Say what?
Football. I'll be on Wednesday and talk about football, man. Coming in the chat again on football.
Yeah, I see you. I see you, bro.
All right, man.
Y'all go a little too deep for me
I got you.
because y'all be pulling out numbers and all that, and I'm like, eh.
I feel
But
you.
it's good to hear though.
Appreciate you, man.
Well,
Not a
shout out your
problem.
channel, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tune into One Mic Media. I'll be on this Wednesday with my football show, Beyond the Trenches. Just like it sounds, One Mic Media. Got a lot of stuff on there. Talk about TV shows, movies, football, basketball. So please, tune in when you can. All right, man.
Definitely. All right, Mike. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yep.
And guys, TPG has a channel also. That PlayStation Gamer, exactly how it sounds. That's what it is. Good stuff. Any of you guys got anything else you want to go over?
Yeah, I wanted to add on to the Bray Wyatt thing. I think it would make sense to do the video game and pay respect there and let fans kind of play through, like fans that are gamers play through some of his more iconic moments, and then the year after that induct him into the Hall of Fame as like a respectful send off. You know, it would just, if they did it like that, I think it would be. They could do it tastefully. They could do it with love, and they could do it the right way. You know.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know how long they start working on it, but the game is going to come out in March. So I don't know how long they would have had to been. Like he passed away. What? How many months ago?
August, September.
Yeah. So I don't even know if they would have had enough time to put together that mode. But I mean, listen. Either way, it'd be cool. So my thing is, I don't really like. I like to talk about stuff, but ultimately, I don't get that interested where I feel like people should change their decisions. Unless I'm on the board and I have a choice. So at the end of the day, if they did it, that'd be cool. You know, I feel like, but it would get that, oh yeah, he died and here we go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But just like if he got nominated, you know, but it is what it is, right? Right? It wouldn't take any love away from it, you know.
Yeah.
I was a little messed up when PS Gamer was talking about he never heard of Husky Harris, and the crowd was chanting Husky Harris when the Wyatt family first came out.
Yeah,
and they jumped Kane. The
Wade
crowd
Barrett
was
dropped
going
that name
crazy.
specifically on Raw a couple of weeks ago.
Say that again?
I said Wade Barrett dropped that name specifically on Raw a couple of weeks ago. How he mentioned in one of his big matches he got some help by a good friend that we all miss named Husky Harris.
Yeah, and he was in the NXT with him that season. I think he came the second season. Right?
He came when Wade Barrett made his debut with the Nexus.
Yeah, but it was 2 seasons of NXT, and he came out and he was the leader, and he took everybody from both seasons.
Yeah, and after the Nexus fizzled, he started the Wyatt family.
That was cool, man.
He was another big dude that could move.
Yeah.
And then he lost weight and could move even more. It was like, oh my goodness.
And even
this
before
dude dangerous.
that, he was in Florida Championship Wrestling experimenting with stuff.
I will say this though, I didn't like the Uncle Howdy gimmick. I kind of wish he didn't even do it, because I feel like, man, his last thing just wasn't that good to me.
I think that was a way that he was trying to bring his brother into it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because y'all think that was Bo Dallas?
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
It's already been confirmed. Bo Dallas has admitted it was him.
Yep.
Well, they did it wrong, because I remember he got beat up by.
His last match was against LA Knight.
No, no. Well, he was supposed. Remember, he was supposed to go against his last angle was supposed to be Bobby Lashley. So remember, Bo Dallas.
They were also talking about doing a Mania match between Bray and Karrion Kross.
But that Mania was supposed to be Bobby and Bray. That Mania. That's what the match was.
Karrion Kross is another downfall, like disappointment the way they did him.
And he's wrestling Lashley this Friday night.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even see who was the matches. Who's the matches?
Lashley is wrestling Karrion Kross.
Okay.
They have KO's got an injured hand, so I don't know who they're going to get to replace him. But him, Dragon Lee, Waller, Austin Theory, and an NXT wrestler who they haven't announced are all in. I can't remember who the 8th person is.
That should be cool.
Dragon Lee is showing some serious promise.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
He's showing
But
some
I like
serious
that
promise.
they let my man Escobar beat him though. That was cool.
Yeah,
I think Escobar might be the 8th person. I think, matter of fact, Escobar is the 8th person in that tournament.
I like Escobar's angle. It reminds me of Drew. Everything saying is true. He's like, you let an outsider come in. I'm like, bro, it is true. Carlito was there for 2 days. Like, come on, man. You want to listen to Carlito?
Yeah.
I didn't like the way they had that break apart. Him and Ray was so close, and it was just Carlito was like, you should blame him. He's like, what?
Carlito was
Ray's
the
like,
one that pointed out that he left in damn brass knucks on the apron.
Yep, it's true.
But he left him on there to run after. Like, I feel like
but he could have put him in his pocket or on the floor. He could have put him on his hand and chased him.
Yeah, but that was just that was so bad to make it like, and it wasn't like they confirmed like, oh yeah, like they broke up for like, I feel like they broke up over Carlito, you know, and I feel like Carlito wasn't there that long, so that was distasteful for me. But I love where Escobar, what he took and ran with it. You know, I like him as a heel.
Yeah,
like yeah,
he's making it work.
He is definitely. But I felt bad
for what they're doing with Escobar. I like what they're doing with Dragon Lee. I really like where Drew is heading.
Yeah, like Sammy.
The Latino World Order.
Yeah, but I feel like now is they messing them up now, though. You know what I mean?
True.
If they're not gonna have Escobar to run it, and they never really gave I like the other dude who don't speak that much. That was my dude at NXT. His song was dope. That was his name. But they're never giving them like
Angel or Umberto.
No. I'm talking about the 2 guys that's with him. Not the younger dude, but the other dude.
Yeah, Angel and Umberto, or Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild.
Yeah, Cruz del Toro. You talking about Umberto Del Rio?
No, Umberto is what one of them went by, and when they were El Gato de Fantasma.
Man, oh man. Well, either way, guys, I'm loving wrestling right now. It's my favorite thing to watch since I was a kid, watching it with my grandparents, and it's just, you know, but I do like the E in it all. And I'm a WWE guy. I haven't gotten to NXT, AEW at all. But I do like the entertainment. So I do like some of the silly stuff. I do like that. To me, I take it as a show, and I try to leave it as my show I watch twice a week, and once a month I watch a pay-per-view. But yeah, either way, I love chatting with you guys, and I love your guys' opinions and perspective because it makes me think differently. And it's cool. So,
and Nia Jax is dangerous.
Well, there is one thing else I want to bring up too, and I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I don't know if y'all heard about it or not, but WWE attempted to trademark the yeet for Jey Uso.
Okay.
And because it was already trademarked on 39 other things or whatever, they couldn't trademark it. So now they're not even letting him say it.
Yo, so I heard about that last night. I was like, he didn't say it at all. I was like,
yeah, and if you notice too, that little video package they did at the beginning of the show, his yeet shirt was blurred out.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I was like, yo, how come he's okay?
But the fans are still holding up signs and saying it though.
Yeah, they're gonna still say it.
Yeet.
Yep.
That's funny that yeet is trademarked, but yeah, I remember
that's
when
crazy.
I first heard that my granddaughter, I was over her grandma's house, and her and mind, she was like 5 at the time, and her cousin, who was like 5, they was like yeet, and I was like, what? something I didn't catch on.
Yeah, I heard that's an old school someone was saying. Like that's a slang word for them.
I mean, it's been in circulation for the last couple of years. Basically, is like eat somebody out of here, like throw their ass out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah, I did hear. Well, I think Julian said it before. Dave, one of my son's friends, and we was like, "What does that mean?" But yeah. Hold up, Lion's in the building. What's up, Lion? He said, "Carlito needs his family." I mean, at least do something with it, right? Maybe Ray should have been like, "Carlito, while I'm gone, take over the LWO or something." But now it's just like,
something.
well, you built up the LWO for what? You know?
All I know is that now, Puerto Ricans are the majority. I mean, you got one of the guys in the LWO that's Puerto Rican. You got Carlito that's Puerto Rican. You got Zelina Vega that's Puerto Rican. So,
Damian Priest is Puerto Rican.
Damian Priest is Puerto Rican. So there you go.
And we
coming.
didn't even bring up Damage Control tonight either. I really like what they've been doing with them. I think Bailey's about to turn babyface again.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Bailey was one of the best babyface in NXT, man. She was like, I used to call her the female John Cena. She used to come out, get the little kids, I mean, obviously she ain't gonna do the side break, but I think she could have a really good run as a babyface. She was one of the four horsewomen.
She's gonna end up being like the female version of Jey Uso with nobody trusting her and having to prove herself and everything else.
Ooh, that would make sense. Yeah, like she got to prove herself
because she done made too many enemies, and everybody else is gonna be like, "Why should we trust you? Why should we team up with you?" But I mean, if you look that freaking cage match, man, the War Games match, she was the MVP, man. She was all over the place. She was taking bullets. She at one point she saved 2 pinfalls and a submission, like bam, bam, bam. Like she saved every one of her teammates multiple times during that match, and now they treat her like dog shit. So like
she took almost everybody's finisher.
Yeah, they're telling a really good story with her right now.
Really need to beat up Dakota Kai.
Yeah. Keep her on the injured list.
What is her injury anyway? She's been injured forever.
I can't remember if it's a leg or a shoulder or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say, does she have like a Achilles or something like that?
It's a torn ligament or something.
Yeah. But
Dakota Kai, that's like, I'm still shocked that she's Samoan.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, if you look it up, she's part Samoan, which is like crazy. There's nothing about her that says Samoan, except for her attitude.
Leader of Team Kick. But
I just went back the other day and watched that first ever women's war game match where Dakota turned on Tegan and beat her ass in the cage and left Rhea and Candice LeRae there by themselves, 4-on-2.
That was cool.
That was a good match.
The turn. What's this pay-per-view this month? Is what?
There isn't one. There's not one until Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So skipping December.
Yeah, there's 9 weeks between Survivor Series and Royal Rumble.
Wow, and then we'll have Elimination Chamber, and then is it?
No, there is an NXT pay-per-view this weekend.
Okay. And guys, I gotta say this because I often forget, but I will be going to WrestleMania, and to be honest with you, I technically got an extra ticket.
Wow.
Because my daughter has yet to give me any money for her ticket I paid for. So honestly, and she's pregnant, she's having a baby February 10th. So I'm like, Lena, are you going or you not going? Because I'm about to sell that ticket.
Right.
I'm just saying. Listen, if it's somebody I know, I just sell it for regular.
You know what you could do with it?
What? Let me hear this.
Put it up as the prize for whoever wins the main event of a We Wrestle Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, a $612 WrestleMania ticket.
Everybody in that match will be running submission characters.
Yo, yeah, right. Yo, I'll be using Johnny Gargano. But yeah, I've been
to 2 WrestleManias in my whole life.
Oh, dope. Yeah, see, I never.
Only 2. I was actually at the first one.
Okay.
I was young, and I saw on, I don't know if you remember closed circuit television and all that stuff. Like you go somewhere and they have this big screen
Right.
when it's happening live. That's what I saw when Hogan fought Andre. You know,
WrestleMania
so
3.
those were the two. Yeah, WrestleMania 3. It was the only two WrestleManias I ever been to.
Yeah, see, I've never been to any. This is a bucket list thing for me because I personally don't like to go to events. I like to watch it at home.
There's
But
nothing
it's
like a
like,
live event.
I
That's
mean, I've
true.
been to enough of them, and I'm just not that into them. But what's cool, unless you give me backstage pass, I don't get backstage pass. I'm just sitting in the crowd with a bunch of people. I can't hear the announcers. That bothers me.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But
Yeah, didn't we go to a
Raw.
Raw together?
no, where did we go to?
Where did we go? I forget what wrestling event we went to. Or was it just a regular house show?
I think it was a house show.
See, Raw is supposed to come near me next month, and a friend of mine at work is trying to get me to go with him, and I'm thinking about it, especially since he said he's willing to pay for the tickets. But there's a couple of the guys backstage I haven't seen in a good while that I'd like to catch up with. I'll talk to you more about that off stream, though. I don't want to just put it out there and name drop like that.
No, definitely, man. For me, we when I seen last year, when they announced it next year WrestleMania, I was like, Philly, bro. Philly is a skip in the book. Philly is like half an hour from me. So I was like, so
If
the
that.
dream was, the dream was we gotta go, right? Because I could just get dropped off and then one of my kids just come pick me up. You know what I mean? And so it was crazy that I said, okay, we gotta buy tickets when they went on sale. And my son hit me up and he was like, so we buying tickets today? I was like, oh, I forgot. And I forgot what month it was. I know the date was the 18th. And I went to try to buy them. And I waited 3 minutes for my daughter because I went to buy them. And my wife was like, well, what about Lena, my oldest daughter? I was like, she said she wanted to go. I was like, oh, yeah. The 3 minutes it took her to contact and text me back, the tickets I was waiting on was gone. I was like, oh. So it went from the $500 tickets to the next one's available was the $1,000 ticket. I was like, hold up. So then what was cool was my wife was like, well, you don't, because I don't really buy tickets like that. So I only know of Ticketmaster, right? It just Ticketmaster, everybody heard tickets. Because I don't want to get like beat, going some site or whatever. And my wife was like, hold up. So my wife, I was like, look, I got to be in work. I'm sitting in my car trying to buy tickets. I was like, could you take over? And then she was able to get, because we said, listen, we just want to stick in the $500 round. And so we ended up getting the same seats, but a different ticket venue. And it was like, instead of 500, it was like $498. And the crazy thing is, the extra on top of it made a $490 ticket go to $612 a person. Like, bro, what? This is robbery. But yeah, so.
Yeah, Ticketmaster fees and all that junk.
Yeah, once you get all them, think about it. If you was to take each of the 4 tickets and add that, so it's $612, but it was, call it 500, right? So that's $112. So that's 400. That's almost $500 extra. That's crazy. Or $550, $450. But
So imagine what floor seats are.
Bro, once I was scrolling, like, no, I'm not going past this. 500 is, where are we gonna be? That's it. I want some, $500 seats aren't bad seats, but they're not
between the entrance and the ring.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get that, that'd be cool. But I had I went to
No, that was one of the good things when I went to my only WCW event. They were in Nassau Coliseum, and me and my buddies, we took that long ass drive down to Long Island, and we went to go see WCW. I got a chance to meet Goldberg, as he was leaving. He stayed, and I was able to run down, to the aisle to actually just shake his hand and stuff like that. So it was cool. He stood there and was saying hi to all the fans and all that stuff. I was like, yo, this guy is cool. That's like real cool.
See your big self running down there like, hold on, you about to tackle Goldberg.
No, I wasn't as big. I was as tall, but I wasn't as big.
Shit, we used to have wrestling shows coming down here all the time. The Raw, SmackDown, WCW, Nitro Thunder, TNA, like all of them have been here numerous times.
I remember. Do you remember Route 18 Flea Market? Do you remember that, Anthony?
No, I'm trying to think. What was Route 18? That was up north.
It's in East Brunswick. I don't know if you were familiar with that, but there was a flea market there, and one of the booths was strictly wrestling stuff. You could buy old VHS tapes of
Right.
old wrestling events and this, that, and third, but they will always have wrestlers come to the flea market. And in the food court, they would have like whatever fans came to take pictures, to take, get autographs and all that stuff. So that's where first was able to meet Sonny. I met Sandman. I met Shawn Michaels. He was able to get all these big name people that was just like ridiculous.
That's cool.
I was just like, wow. I was shocked when I
I
saw
remember.
how small Taz and Shawn Michaels were. I was very, very like
Yeah.
shocked because
Yeah,
on
Taz is
TV
short as hell.
they're like giants. Yeah,
Well, I remember
Taz is
he was
so little,
big.
but he's so wide, and that was when he was, just coming from ECW
Right.
and going to WWE. So he was still like a fire hydrant. You know what I'm saying? I always said Taz was more like a fire hydrant. He had legs like tree trunks. You
Well,
know,
well, Dave, I remember you was a big Sunny fan, and TPG showed me
absolutely.
this the other day. You know what's going on with her?
Yep.
Yeah, she's looking at 17 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep,
Where did he put
yep.
that?
Me and a couple of my coworkers, we talk about that. And I sent my boy was like, "Yeah, you like wrestling?" He was like, "Yo, I heard that this chick Sunny." I say, "Yeah. If you see old pictures of her, you'll see what I'm talking about." She was the first WWE diva. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She was the first.
Somebody shared me the thing and was like, "Oh, you're gonna talk about this," and I totally forgot until you brought up Sunny, but I don't know where it's at because I had like a little clip of her. They sent me.
It was funny. It was funny because when we went, it was me and my cousin. Rest in peace. He was a huge wrestling fan as well. He was actually at WrestleMania 1 with me and actually at WrestleMania 3 with me. And him and I have been to countless Monday Night Raws and stuff like that. I've never been to a SmackDown ever. Um, he took a picture with Sonny, and when he took a picture with Sonny, he put up the NWO symbol while he was taking a picture with Sonny. I was like, "Yo, that's messed up." He was like, "I don't care."
I don't know where it's at. But man, yeah, the one event I went to, which was probably the coolest thing. I went to Royal Rumble, and my boss was friends with I forgot dude's name, but he was like Vince right hand man, but he was friends with his brother, that guy's brother, and so he got us seats, and we was like just 10 rows away from the ring, and you was able to just get out your seat and walk up there. I was like, oh, that was
Mm,
cool. And we went backstage We went backstage, and it was cool. And that's when I got to walk past Naomi, and I was like, Naomi. She turned to look at me, and I was frozen. I wanted to give her a hug, but they was walking fast. I didn't want to get fired. But for getting lost. And then I got to meet Pat Patterson, man. That was cool. Got video with him and everything.
yeah,
But uh, but yeah, other than that, I mean, sitting that close was cool, but it's still, I don't know. I'm weird, bro. You let me just sit at home and watch it. I'm
that's
good.
that's like football. That's why I've never been the type to say, you know what, I want to go to a football game because those stadiums are humongous.
Mhm.
Like if you go to a college football game, it's even bigger. So it's like, nah, why am I gonna sit in a football game and I'm not gonna be able to see anything?
Right.
Stuff is gonna be happening. I'm not gonna
With
be able to see it. When you see
with
it on TV, you're
with
able to
live
see way
wrestling events,
more.
though, with live
Same
wrestling
thing with
events, it's
wrestling.
like the crowd is more part of the show than the wrestlers
Yeah.
are sometimes.
You know how many fights I almost got into at wrestling events because these jokers want to put their signs up right in front of your face. Nah, nah.
That's
I got yelled at by I don't want to say my uncle because he's a real piece of ish, but my cousin's father, you know, my aunt's husband, I'm related to them through my aunt because that's my mother's sister. But he grabbed me because I snatched somebody's sign out from in front of my face. And I was like, "Yo, what the hell you doing, man? I'm trying to see the damn show. You got this stupid sign all in front front of my face, man. What's the matter with you?
It's part of it, man.
Man, during the
Hey,
Attitude Era, everybody had fucking fun.
everybody,
Yeah.
everybody.
It was nothing but
That's what it was
fun.
like. It's crazy, man.
Man, oh man. All right, guys. I'm gonna go get my wife something to eat. She didn't eat. I'm starving. But wow. Oh, the other day, I think it was just yesterday. I was showing her your food. I'm always showing pictures of your food. You be putting them on Facebook. I was like, damn, looks good.
Yeah,
She was like,
Oh, he
oh,
zoomed in on it when he got up a minute ago.
yeah,
yeah,
man.
I caught that.
Yeah, Davey being some good
yeah.
stuff.
My wife is a genius. I'm trying to tell you, when it comes to cook, she made some chicken. I mean, I'm chicken, some beef or broccoli tonight,
Mm,
and this thing came in a kit in a bag. And all she had to really do is put it in a pan, heat it up, and it's good to go.
mm,
Bro, it tasted like homemade beef and broccoli.
that's cool.
I was just like, oh my goodness. That's what took me so long to get back.
I got you.
But
Nah,
at the
yeah.
same time, I was tearing it up.
Well, tomorrow, guys, we'll be doing We Wrestle Wednesdays, and Thursday is gonna be cool. It's gonna be the Game of the Year award. I'll be doing a later start time at 7 p.m. because it starts at 7:30, and then I actually again just put out a recent video where I reviewed 4 different space heaters. Got a bunch of stuff coming out. Some more videos, thank you videos for people who are channel members. So we got a lot coming, a lot going on. And man, I just do this because I love chatting with you guys and stuff. So it's definitely cool. I love wrestling. Energy, thank you. I didn't know you was gonna be able to get on. That's cool. Dave,
Yeah, I'm
thank you,
glad I
man.
was able to stay awake for it, man.
Yeah, man, that's really cool, man. I appreciate it. I love your input. I love talking to you. You definitely one of my favorite people that I met in the recent, I don't know, recent. We talk a lot. We talk outside of this whole stuff, so it's really cool.
And I still haven't talked to you about like I was a wrestler, but I still haven't talked to you about like a lot of that. There's a lot I want to get into with you, like off
Yeah, man.
screen. Because like I said, I don't like name dropping and shit, like
That's
riding
cool.
coattails and
But
all
what's
that.
cool
But
is, man, we got each other's phone number, so that's
oh
how
yeah,
cool we are. So definitely gotta talk. I'm glad that the other guys came on. Mike, the cool thing with
Hmm.
Mike is he was out of wrestling for a long time, and he was like, me and him used to go back and forth. He would swear he know more than me. I was like, bro, you can't know more than me if you stopped watching wrestling like 20 years ago. So it made him say he's gonna catch up. So he went on a crazy tear of just looking up and catching up wrestling. So it's kind of cool. So it's cool to have him on. And
Oh, energy. I just want to say, don't mind Cowboys saying that wrestling is fake.
oh I know.
I don't ever say wrestling is fake. I say it's scripted.
When
Okay,
I
because
talk to people that are serious about that, 'cause I know Cowboys saying it with kind of a joking tone too, but I tell
because
people
my
there's a big difference between fake and choreographed. People don't get that joke,
absolutely,
yeah, that's
absolutely.
and I've seen
Because
plenty of horrific injuries.
I tell you like this, my cousin that I spoke of earlier, rest in peace again. His cousin from his father's side was an aspiring wrestler,
Mhm.
and we went to his little training gym and all that, and got a chance to go in the ring and run against the ropes and all that other stuff. And
Take a few
I
bumps.
actually I actually took a couple of bumps, and running against the ropes
Hmm.
is it's not fun.
No.
And then taking the bumps is definitely not fun. So I'm like, yo, these guys are getting slammed in these rings and all that. I know some rings are more giving than others, but when you're
Most of them are
training,
just steel and plywood with maybe a
yeah,
layer or
yeah,
two of like
with
carpet
some
padding
some
on them.
canvas on top and all that, and that's it. You don't get much. And I'm like, this is crazy, but this is why, wrestlers learn how to fall.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, no, I mean, you know what? It's cool because I mean, I think we get the idea if somebody says fake. I wouldn't. I'm a big fan, so when people say it's fake,
Nah, I just gotta
whatever,
mess with you.
I'd be quick to be like, well, let me see you do what they do, right? And all the injuries that
Hmm.
comes with it. But I enjoy it for what it is. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Like out of like I watch it faithfully every single week, 2 times a week. So
It's a soap
um,
opera for guys. That's
yeah,
all it
yeah,
is.
soap opera, man.
I loved
That's
it
all
when
it
Roddy,
is.
when Roddy Piper was on Bill Maher, man. Bill Maher said something about it being fake. He was like, "You look at the guys that have been injured and hurt doing this. Look at Owen Hart,
Mm,
dead. You go tell Mrs. Hart that it's fake."
mm,
Like
I
Piper
think the
went off.
fake part is when people say that. It's like I remember when my stepdad, bro, he's older, and like he stopped watching wrestling. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, maybe 5 years ago because he realized it wasn't real, and was like, bro. And I used to talk to him and not talk as if it was scripted because he thought it was real. He was like, man, it's he would like talk about it, like, did you believe what happened? I'm like, and I would stop in my head, like, are you serious? Like, bro, that they got together and wrote that together. But I think this fake part is when people would think like, oh, they're not, they're really, they talk to themselves, and it's like, yes, they do. Like, yes,
Hmm.
they plan it. Yes, they choreograph it, right?
Yes, they're
mm.
talking in the ring to tell you what's going to happen
Yep,
next, so they're
Yeah,
both on
but
the
you
yep.
same
can't
page.
fake
Yeah,
falling off the top rope and hitting the ring
Mm,
or
or
off
the
a 20
ground.
foot ladder.
Right.
yep. You
So
can't tell me that mankind falling or getting thrown off Hell in the Cell was fake.
Hmm. Or
correct.
through
Like,
the
Right.
through the cell hurt even more.
Yeah. So that's the
yeah,
stuff. When
yeah.
when I say it's fake, it's obviously it's the entertainment part that I love a lot, but that part is it's scripted. It's not real. Now there's stuff where I'm sure slipped through the cracks. Like I feel like they definitely used Edge versus Matt Hardy,
Oh
and
yeah.
they was like,
Oh
listen,
yeah,
we're gonna let that go.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Ric
That
Flair and Randy
yeah.
Savage.
they was banging, they was
But see,
swinging.
There are some things you just got to let be resolved in the ring, and that Matt
that's what
Hardy
I
Edge
think.
situation was one of them.
Yeah, that's what I think happened
And
with
then
Seth
too,
Rollins. And
even with all that animosity, when them two
yeah,
were banging with each other in the ring, they beat the shit out of each other. And when they had that cage match, Edge said, even with as much as we were hating each other at the time, I still wouldn't have trusted anybody but Matt to deliver that leg drop off the top.
mm,
That's cool. What you about to say,
but
Dave? Even when
the reaction that we saw with Seth Rollins when CM Punk came out, which I'm gonna say I've never ever been a fan of CM Punk ever,
right.
whether he was straight edge or whatever. I never liked him,
CM
but
Pepsi.
um, with him talking about best in the world, I'm like, there's 100 wrestlers that's better than you. Anyway, um, his reaction had to have been because from what I've seen on video, everybody in the ring didn't know that CM Punk was coming back until 5 minutes before he even came back. They said that he got there like 5 minutes before he came out to towards the ring. That nobody knew what was going on. That was
So
all
And
Triple
they
H's work.
they they knew going into the match that he was going to be announced after the match was over with, but
Mm,
nobody else did. Like basically, he came walking through backstage, and everybody in Gorilla was like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on here?" And Triple H was like, "I got it from here, guys. Just move aside."
yeah.
And Triple H sat down and hit his music.
I think what people got to realize too is now that it's owned by UFC or owned by whatever the top company is, we got to stop saying like, well, the way wrestlers think, they're gonna do what makes money.
That part.
So it's
Hmm.
gonna be different than what you are used to and what we ever say. Oh, I know Vince don't like. I know Vince like big guy. That's why I didn't like Daniel Bryan. Stuff like that. Um, but we got to think now it's a money market push machine more than it
Yep.
ever was.
Yep.
So we might start seeing stuff. We'd be like, wow, I can't believe that happened, and just know it's not the direct, it's not the helm, that's running. No pun intended.
And some of your bigger wrestling like YouTube channels like What Culture and WrestleMania and some others, I'm glad that they've been talking about the positive aspects of the fact that Triple H seems to be focused on more long term storytelling instead of just like
Hmm.
if something ain't working within 3 weeks, let's just go ahead and drop it and never
Right.
talk about it again. Like the long game, it gives things time to breathe. It gives people get time to get invested in it, and I think it in the long run is going to work out better for the company because you're already seeing dividends with stuff like the Bloodline arc and
Right, because
the
they
Judgment.
stuck with
Like
stuff. Now you
you
can
know,
see
or
people are.
look how slow Drew McIntyre's heel turn. It's been a slow
Mm-hmm.
burn. They've been planting
Mm-hmm.
that seed for 6 or 8 months now, and it's just now coming about. So I'm liking where they're going with this. I'm
I
hoping
really
it's-
hope he signs a contract extension where like he needs to stay because
Oh, Drew.
like for instance, you got LA Knight. LA Knight's been doing his thing in the ring, for like 20 years. He's been a wrestler for God knows how long, and he's finally getting his break. And then you look at how Vince McMahon brought Drew McIntyre years ago when he didn't have no hair on his face and nothing like that. He was young.
Chosen.
And,
blonde hair. Yep.
yeah, they were saying he was the chosen one. And what happened? So it's like, hopefully, you know, the company goes ahead and says, you know what? Let's get this going.
But to be fair, he technically did get his break. It's not our fault that the world had COVID. You know what I mean? Everybody had
I
COVID.
mean,
So,
There is something with Drew McIntyre going on though that I'm kind of hoping that they let him take the time to deal with, because I mean he doesn't need, like, his contract doesn't end until around Mania,
right.
but there's rumors that he's going to take a couple of months and just go and be with family and then sign a new deal after that, which honestly he needs to. His wife's sister just passed away. He needs to be there with his family, you know.
Okay.
Um, so I'm hoping he gets time to be with them and kind of get his head straight, because he hasn't seen his family forever. You know, Sami Zayn can hop a plane to Canada anytime during touring in the United States, but Drew McIntyre can't just go back to Scotland and be like,
listen,
Yeah.
that's why one of my favorite wrestlers, one of my favorite, I guess, stories for a wrestler to come out. That's why my man quit. My man, I am Nathan Jones. I was on the Nathan Jones hype train.
Yeah.
They ruined that when they made him. I used to talk to or Undertaker. Yeah, I knew Nathan Jones in the yard. You just ruined it. And then the fact that Nathan Jones was 6'8" doing spin kicks, that probably ruined him too.
Yeah.
But
he
yeah.
was also doing so many steroids he started lactating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he he said he wanted, again, allegedly. They said he missed his family because it was from Australia. But anyway, guys, we'll be going on forever. And let me just cut it here. Thank you guys for being on there.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And if it wasn't for my wife, I told her I would get her son to eat when I'm done. I'd be like, whatever, let's go longer. But she's probably sitting there like, see. She was mad at me yesterday because it would just leave that alone. But anyway, yeah. But guys, thanks for coming on. Guys, make sure you just check out all the stuff. You guys already know what's going on, and I'll see you guys.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be rocking. Dave, can you do the honors for me, man?
Oh.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh man.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.